We are getting started early with the 2025 NFL Draft Scouting Reports here on the channel. Welcome into Rogue Football. I'm your host, Jordan Lugo. We're getting it kicked off today with wide receiver Luther Burden III out of Missouri. A 20-year-old wide receiver prospect will turn 21 in December of 2024. Going to dive deep into the tape, the athletic profile, all the good stuff. If you enjoy the content here, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thanks so much for tuning in. So, Luther Burden, a former five-star recruit, unbelievably talented football player, listed at 5'11", 208 pounds. Sounds about right to me when you watch him play. A good overall size, right? Certainly not prototypical height for like an X-receiver in the NFL, but good size for the modern game. And I think when you talk about the athletic profile, it's going to more than make up for maybe the lack of height, not a 6'3", 6'4" monster out there at wide receiver, but he is very fast, probably 4.4s or better. I mean, probably realistically sub 4.4. I think he's going to run in the 4.3s, probably high 4.3s whenever he does run at the NFL Combine or his pro day. He can jump out of the gym as well. I mean, he's got to have close to, if not more than, a 40-inch vertical. When you see the ability to go up and get the football, it is super impressive. Very fluid athlete as well. Loose hips, quick feet, elite change of direction. Has good mass and strength on his frame, at 5'11", being 208 pounds. That's a little bit of a unique profile for a wide receiver, a guy that has very good lower body strength. I think the arm length as well is going to be significantly above average. Like, he's got legitimately long arms, and that's going to help him as well at the NFL level. Not the tallest, but when you have the length and the vertical explosive ability, that kind of makes up for it, right? Looking at his production, 2 years in college, his true freshman year, 63 touches, 463 yards, 8 total touchdowns, was used a lot in the run game, jet sweeps, all that types of fun stuff, a lot of gimmicky stuff. As a sophomore though, 86 catches, 1,212 yards, 9 touchdowns, 7 rushes for 31 yards as well. His usage as a freshman, as I mentioned, was kind of gimmicky, but still it was super impressive to watch him with the football in his hands. And then you get to the sophomore year, you start to see a lot more real receiver stuff on tape. 81.7% of his snaps were in the slot. Drop rate was down to 4.4% this past year. Contested catch rate over 56%. All those underlying numbers very impressive. The 81% slot usage rate, something you have to kind of extrapolate and see. Is this just a guy that's going to dominate from the slot at the next level, or can he align all over the formation? We're going to talk about that here, what he can do for your offense. As I mentioned, screens, jet sweeps, you get him the ball quickly, he can take it to the house, right? Shifty with the ball in his hands, extreme speed, creative as a runner, has very good vision as well, can create separation in a flash with the football in his hands and without it, forces a ton of missed tackles in space, powerful lower half, fluid hips. He's just a tough ball carrier to bring down to the ground, and you see that with the forced missed tackles, right? You see him winning on 9 routes, slot fades, in breaking routes. He can beat man or zone coverage. Doesn't really matter what you throw at him. He has the physical ability and skill to beat it. The way he can create instant separation with or without the ball, truly special. When he's covered, he's not covered. Got news for you, right? You can have him blanketed. You can be trying to interfere with the pass, right? It doesn't really matter. Luther Burden can go up and get the football. And his ball tracking down the field, his hand confidence is extremely positive, right? A guy that can locate the football, show late hands, and go get it. For me, I think you're looking at a complete receiver. A 3-level threat who can do virtually anything on the field from an athletic standpoint, physical profile, and with the skill. I think he can align at X, Z, and in the slot at the next level. You can put him in the backfield. You can line him up at H-back. You can get him the ball in so many ways effectively, right? A real 3-level threat. And the amount of tension that he will command from opposing defenses is going to make offense easier for everyone else. It's going to make your quarterback's job easier. It's going to make every other wide receiver and running back and offensive lineman's job easier because he is such a dynamic talent. He's going to command attention. He's going to be a magnet for the defense's focus. And he's going to be a guy that you can funnel the football to. So he can be the offensive engine and he can be a distraction, which is awesome. He has the ability to block downfield a little bit as well. I think he can improve in this regard. Not always 100% effort, but the ability is there with his strength and his length, especially against like outside corners. I think you saw him trying to block Javon Bullard from Georgia a little bit, the safety. That's not ideal. That's not the type of matchup you want him blocking downfield. But blocking corners, I think he has the strength and length to do that. You want to continue to see him grow in that regard. I think he has a real good feel for finding space against zones. Obviously, can beat man coverage. Works well on scramble drills as well. He can kind of create a target for his quarterback. For me, he's a true wide receiver one of the highest order. That's the type of prospect he is. He is an easy first round pick. Right now, he grades out as an early first round selection for me. So I think he'd be top 5, top 10 type of prospect in pretty much any class. Still has another year to go in 2024. He can continue to grow, continue to refine his game as a wide receiver. He's going to torch some SEC defenses this upcoming season. I think he should be a top pick in 2025. I would like to see more work on the outside in 2024. Hopefully you'll get that. Again, was aligning over 80% of the time in the slot and also moving around in the backfield quite a bit. I don't necessarily need to see it to feel good about the projection to X receiver or even Z. There's enough for me to extrapolate and feel great about his projection to any role in the NFL. I've seen enough of him releasing off the line on an island against a cornerback where it's not a major question mark for me. If you want a star wide receiver and you're picking towards the top of the 2025 NFL draft, you can say hello to Luther Burden. Really excited to get into some more of these prospect breakdowns. Would love to know what you guys think about Luther Burden. You can drop a comment in the comment section below. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy the content here, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all have a good one.